Twitch, twitch. Oh, we're on. On the drop. Whoa! Oh yes, got him. So in this video I will be using one lure exclusively, the Live Yabby by ProLure. I came across this lure after wanting to find something that imitates a nipper. They come in a 10 pack and are available in 9 colours. I've personally only tried the pink nipper colour, as for me that looks most like a nipper. Hey guys, Isaac from One Up Fishing, just heading back down to the mangroves in Botany. The tide should be low enough now that I can get to the mouth of the creek. It's going to be like 35 degrees today, so this won't be a long session. Just a quick one, just to see if there's any flatty around or anything else. Let's see how we go. On the ProLure website, they state the primary target of the lure is bream around structure. But I've been having great results with it for flathead, using it around the mouths of creeks and streams in the mangroves of Botany. Still pretty high, so definitely take this one slow. It's very slippery. Probably too high to access the spot. I prefer to probably come when it's dropped another 10 centimeters. I'm going to put a 1/12 jig head. These are the jig heads I'm using, guys. 1/12 with a 1L hook, size 1 hook. Headlocks Finesse, made in Fiji. There you go, from Tackle Tactics. And this is the leader I use, guys. The Black Magic Tackle Fluorocarbon. This is just 10 pounds. Take a good, spread your arms apart. And that's how much you should use, because you pretty much use it and then you'll just keep tying, cutting off, tying, cutting off, and it just gets shorter and shorter as you put on new soft plastics and lures. And it just comes really easily off this reel. It's got a little elastic to hold it in there, keep it all nice and clean, and then it just locks off into this bit and you cut it. Super easy to use, it doesn't get tangled, doesn't pop out of its holder if it's in those 2-piece holders and stuff. I think this color as well, the white pearlescent, I think it also helps because it's just super visible under the water. Put on some UV scent and the fish can see it. They see it kind of flutter down as it falls as well, like that. So it gets a lot of action, and even when it lands, the water running over it would just continue to make it move in this flowing creek. So it's just absolutely ideal. Perfect lure for this spot. And any estuary fish loves to eat nippers. New lure, time for some scent. For this lure, I like to put it on the lures where it's going to hold. And this lure actually has like these little ridge lines along the underside of it here. And that's where I like to rub a bit of this so it holds in those lines. Each lure is different, but yeah, try and find a spot where the scent can kind of hide away and stay on longer. You don't want it to rub along the bottom and just rub all the scent off. This is where I stand, up here. Lets me get above some of the snags to try and maneuver around them. So what's the time? 10:40. Cast it out, let it sink. Twitch, twitch. Oh, we're on. On the drop. Whoa! That was on the drop, guys. Oh, shit. Need him to come a bit to the left here. Yes. And that's how you catch flathead. As simple as that. If only it was simple every time, but here he is, guys. On the first cast, on the drop, straight away. He's actually hooked on the bottom of his throat almost. Let's send him back on his way. He's just sitting there. Come on, mate. There he goes. Put these here. Good setup to catch another. Oh, take the net. Okay, 1 from 1. Let's try 2 from 2. Let it fall. Twitch, twitch. Twitch, twitch. Just 2 very small twitches and then just winding that slack, usually between 1 and 2 cranks of the reel. So the flow from the creek has taken this soft plastic and the jig head, because it's only light, all the way straight. We cast it over there and now we're over here. Didn't get 2 for 2. At least the bonus of the creek flow taking my lure is because there's a big snag here, I can still cast behind it and then we should be able to float around it and come back in without getting snagged. So yeah, with this spot, Snag City, as I call it, there's a huge snag that runs out there and then one that runs around the front. So you can bring a flathead in here, but you really have to maneuver it and hope it doesn't run left or right under a snag. And then over here, where those trees are sticking out, if you get around that, it can come this way. You can kind of get it over. There's another couple logs and roots, but you can kind of get it in there. Or if it goes all the way right, you can just walk over and get it in there, but I haven't had that happen yet. So yeah, Very difficult to land a fish, but the hookup rate here is just worth fishing it. It is like glass out here, no breeze. I think it's like 35 degrees today, so it is warm. Something feeding out there. I think it's just mullet. You can see them slowly going along the surface. You get some big mullet in here. I do always wonder, after you catch a couple flatty, is that it for that area? Is that all the flatty? By you hooking that one, did it spook them all and they've all left? Or are there still ones hiding there? So, something to consider. Let's try one out this way into the shallows, you never know. Yep. Oh, stay away from them snags. Oh shit, this is a decent flatty. He's right near the snags. Yep, he's under that. He swam straight right, and now he's boom, snapped me off. He just took off then, and I was wrapped around that snag, and off he went. That's the nature of Snag City. You run the risk. There's lots of flatty here, but trying to land a big one is an absolute mission impossible. But it was just a judgment call. By the time I saw him swimming right, it was too late. Bang, he was around the snag. Okay guys, that's another session at Snag City. I got to bail because there's a thunderstorm rolling through and it's just too hot to be out here. There's no breeze, it's just thick, flies everywhere, muddy. It's tough, and yeah, I don't want to be here when that storm hits and just buckets down and then dealing with that and wet gear. So that's it for another session.
Day 2.
I came across this little stream and thought surely there's some flathead just sitting at the mouth there where it drops off, just to ambush anything that comes along. So yeah guys, the Pro Lure Live Yabby, soft plastic. Put it on a tiny bit crooked, but should still be fine. Works amazingly, I find, for flathead. They just absolutely love it. Even bream have taken it a couple times. And yeah, we'll add some scent. Berkley Gulp. So flick that around and see if there's any flatty kind of just chilling on this drop off near this little creek. Ooh. That was close in. Very close in, and a nice flatty. I had pretty much finished working the lure and was just bringing it straight in. And we got this guy, which is nice. Here he is. Right in close, guys. Just on that drop off he was sitting, and then took the live yabby perfectly in the top of the mouth there, which is what you want. You can see here the line isn't near his mouth, isn't near his teeth, because that's when you'll lose a flatty, is when their teeth can just kind of wear away at that line as you're fighting it to bring it in. He was right off. I thought I was going to have to work him a bit to kind of get him keen, but no, he's gone. See you later, mate. Right, let's throw old Nipper around a few more times. Oh, decent bite. Something's definitely playing with that bait. Get that fly. Wow, that was in so close. No. Oh, it's going for the mangroves. Alright, let's just get him up on the beach. Another flatty, guys. Again, just in super close, right at the mouth of that creek there. So they're just sitting, waiting to ambush any little bait fish that swim by. And yeah, he thought this nipper was a tasty meal. Again, another perfect hookup, just top of the mouth. Straight off. See you, mate.
Day 3.
Just where I'm pointing with the rod holder there on the track. Just saw my first snake of the season. I think it was like a red belly. Let's just stamp to really make sure it leaves. I don't have my gumboots, I've only got sneakers on today, so that's terrifying. I can't see it. Well, I think I'll only be wearing gumboots down here from now on. Definitely make sure I'm stamping along this path. I don't know if the camera can see it, but Heaps of bream, heaps of bait fish. The river's fairly clear. Sometimes you can just wash a lot of mud through, which kind of sucks for the lure fishing. But it looks fairly clear, like you can see the bottom, you can see all the snags. So hopefully at the mouth it's very clear, and those flatty can see the soft plastic as it skips along the bottom. Don't mind if my shoes get muddy. I just want to stay in my shoes because the mud sucks them off your foot, and then that's just going to get messy trying to put a shoe back on. All these mangrove roots, when you walk over them, they all just flick mud straight up on you, into your gear, onto your legs, clothes. That's the nature of the beast, I guess. Also, at least in the mangroves, you get a bit of shade, which is lovely. Yeah, it was meant to be protected here. Oh well. That's the swirling nature of wind. This is what's been cleaning up. This soft plastic. Looks like a little nipper or a yabby. And flathead just love it. I'll quickly tie this. Just a uni knot, 6 times through. The wind just took that. I think this is only like a 1/8, maybe even a 1/12 jig head. Oh, yeah. That's a flatty. That is a big snag there that I gotta maneuver around. Yep, over the first snag. Give me my net. Come this way. Oh yes, got him. That's what we're after. Line everywhere. That was first cast with that lure. So if you're thinking about trying to get some flatties, it's worth keeping a few of those in your tackle box. So yeah, that nipper is well and truly engulfed. And he's only just hooked on to the bit of the mouth. Boom, out. Let's put this guy back. Off he goes. But considering first cast got a nipper, I mean first cast on the nipper, got that flathead, let's just keep casting this round. So that's actually right on the other side of that snag. I should explain this spot. So you've got the creek, just get on Google, look for any good creek that comes out of mangroves, and if there's a spot where you can fish the mouth, that is just gold, because as the tide lowers, all the bait fish and everything are pushed down the river because there's less water and less space upriver, and then the flatty and predatory fish just hide here at the start, and That's where you can catch a lot of flatty and hopefully some other stuff. Oh, yep, felt that bite. Another flathead. Oh shit, we didn't bring the net back. Let's just try him. Alright, second cast, second flathead. I'm liking those hookup braids. Let's put this rod down somewhere. That wind has really picked up. Here we go guys, flathead number 2, 2 and 2 casts. I lifted the soft plastic twice and then on the drop I just felt the pull and then, you know, set the hook and we were on. So after those 2 flatty I have to retie this leader. It is just frayed. You don't want to hook an even bigger flatty and then lose it because you were too lazy to retie a leader. It's way too windy on the point there. I can't even get the lure to sink with this jig head. We didn't have much luck with the heavier jig head, so I'll just come fish this little bit of creek. And then if I don't have much luck, then I'll just go to the bait rod and use that at the point. Oh, straight on. Oh, it's snagged on the shore. Oh, it was a bream, it got off. He was only little. Alright guys, another session done. Pretty fun. Annoying that the wind picked right up as the tide was flowing out, and then it's dropped off now, but it's the bottom of the tide and I've got to head off to something else. So yeah, if you like this video, please subscribe. It helps my channel grow and it lets you know when I have new videos out. If you've already subscribed, consider becoming a channel member. Click the join button below to find out more about that. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one.